It's time to get real with Eddie, here to help you understand the changing real estate market and meet your real estate goals. Over 19 years in the business.
2018 Realtor of the Year of Three Rivers, past president of the Three Rivers Association of Realtors,
Director at the Illinois Association of Realtors and team lead of the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner. Here's Eddie Ruettiger.
Snow, snow, snow. Yeah, it's snowing. I'm happy.
Nice job. I almost broke into that.
Almost?
Almost.
I am so excited. We finally got our first snow. And I don't know. I didn't think we were supposed to get that much. I didn't see the weather report. Did you? Any of you guys see it?
I thought just an inch or two.
Yeah,
Really?
it said it was gonna snow an inch per hour.
Well,
supposedly.
it looks like a snow globe outside when I was driving in.
Yeah, it's pretty.
And it's just so pretty, and I just love it so much. So I was very, very happy. But that did put us a little bit behind, so we're trying to flip it around and jump around. All right, I don't know if you're going to count this. Wait, no, where'd my screen go? Go back. Why are you being silly? There we are. All right, so are you guys seeing that?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, wonderful. So, all right,
Seeing
here.
something, if
In-
that's...
In studio, we have the whole team going down today, finishing off the year. Just for you guys, of course, is Nancy Vallee from the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner. Nancy, how are you doing?
I am well, thanks.
You're in the
Eddie.
hot seat today. That's
I am.
usually the lender seat. So,
Yeah.
and then of course with us we have also from the Ruettiger Group, Roberto Villarruel. Did I get it right?
Villarruel. Villarruel.
I'm gonna get it one of these days.
Villarruel.
25 years of DJing, I have pronounced every single name correctly in introductions at weddings. And we're talking so many different names, different backgrounds. I mean, I'm still the only one out of my whole friends group that can say our one friend's name because he's from Ethiopia.
Oh, okay.
All right? Gazai Yidniku. I'm the only one that can say it. I cannot get your last name. I don't know why.
I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna have to record myself saying my last name. Maybe that.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
I used to do that with spelling when I was a little kid because spelling was horrible. So my mom would record and read all the words, and then I'd go to sleep listening to it at tape, trying to get the words spelled correctly. It didn't work. I still can't spell. All right.
Said it, I did. Yeah.
Here we go. From money, today's mortgage rate. This was as of December 28th, today.
Oh, we're bringing this up, huh?
You know I was going to. The latest on a 30-year fixed mortgage rate is 3.677.
I'm going to see if it ticks down a little bit the next couple of days.
I'll be honest, you can get one for 3.1 most places, let's be honest.
Yeah.
So I'm torn. I don't know. Are we going to call this a draw? Because it's
Probably.
all over. I mean, it really
is all over the place.
It's crazy. So, folks, shop for your mortgage. Don't just sit there and settle. You need to really get out there and really talk to your real estate agent. Ask them what they're seeing. What do they have or who do they know in the lending field? Because there's a reason why we have partners out there that we recommend. We trust them. We feel they're honest. We feel that they're going to give you the best representation and they're going to protect your interests. That's it. When I give you and Roberto gives you and Nancy gives you a name, we don't get any money from these people to do it. It ain't like, oh, here's $50 thanks for the referral. No, that is illegal. So when you're talking to your real estate agent, I mean, honestly, guys, you guys have go-tos for lending.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Who Nancy, give me two of your favorite lenders to go to.
Well, of course, Terry.
Terry's a great lender.
Absolutely. And Pete.
Pete Schilling, who's been on the show also. Pete's another great lender.
He's another one.
Yep, absolutely. Roberto, who's your two favorite?
That'd be Chris Alvarez.
Chris, yeah, I know Chris.
And then Aaron Noriega.
Yep, absolutely. Two great lenders. You know, I got to be honest, mine are Terry and Pete also. I go to Terry and Pete. So, and that's the unique thing I like when I formed the team. When I started everybody off, no, whoever you guys have to build your own rapport and your own stuff. I don't mandate Nancy to use Terry and Pete.
No. And I have a shout out to Pat Parks.
Pat's another one. Yep.
Shout out to Pat Parks. He's awesome.
Yeah, so that is just, you got to talk to these lenders. But I don't know, I'm still saying I win. It's 3.677. It took me 5 minutes to find this article, by the way. That's it. It's not like I had to go hunting or digging for it.
But let's, in a couple of days, because it is truly all over the place, I'm seeing people get better rates than that.
Well, and the stock, there's this the Santa Claus rally. Have you guys ever heard of the Santa Claus rally?
Do tell us, what is the Santa Claus rally?
You've never heard? Have you heard of it though?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
though.
you do.
Tell
Okay.
us about it.
Roberto's never heard of it. Okay, so historically, that week between Christmas and New Year's, the stock market always goes up.
Okay.
It just seems to be, everybody's in a joyful mood. There's a lot of trading going on. So volume, I don't know about trading volume wise, but you've been seeing the Dow going up the last couple days because I've been watching it. You know, you got a lot of people making their end of year moves for tax reasons. Usually New Year's, the last trading day will be, I think, the 30th. I think we're closed on New Year's Eve this year. So the last trading day of the year, you do see some sell-off, but that Santa Claus rally does rally through into that kind of that first week of January. It's really like the 12 days of Christmas. It almost ends on the last day of Christmas. So, which brings up a question.
Yeah.
Christmas decorations, when do you take them down?
All depends. Now, because my kids and I never have Christmas on Christmas Day. When I worked 911, obviously I was working the holidays. And now, because they have in-laws, outlaws, kids, and, you know, all that, we always do it either New Year's, our Christmas on New Year's, or we do it like the week after. So I leave them up until after we have Christmas.
Roberto, what about you?
Well, I really don't do that at all. But my mom, she takes it off like around December 6th, December 10th, around that.
December or January?
I mean, my bad. January 6th.
January 6th. So your mom's like me. She's old-fashioned. She takes it down on the 12th day of Christmas.
Yeah.
Ephesus Day, I think it's. I can't
I don't
remember
know.
right now. I've got AIDP brain. So, because
Festivus?
it is the day. All right, so everybody knows the story of the three wise men making it to the manger.
Right.
They did not make it there on Christmas Day.
Right.
They made it there
after.
Yes, and it was at 12 days. It was the 12th day. That's where you get the 12 days of Christmas, actually. It's not just a song. So that is that is when you're supposed to take down your Christmas decorations, is January 6th. So mom's old school. You just didn't realize.
I didn't even know.
Yeah. Ask mom, why is it usually January 6th to the 10th?
Yeah.
She waits till the last day of Christmas. Yeah, Epiphany. Thank you. Evan's back here running the board for us.
Nice.
That's what it was. That's the word. See, I told you, I got clouded brain still. So, I just can't pull everything up. Speaking of pulling up, I'm going to take a moment here. All right, let's get into the next topic. Why I'm going to pull up a chair because the legs are getting tired. I started going old school here and trying to stand, and yeah, that's not going to happen. So, all right. Now I got to readjust a camera. All right, we're good. All right, everyone wants to know, will home prices decline in 2022? I am so tired of this topic, but we're going to be fighting this all year, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Looks like it.
I mean, how many people do we have to keep telling? I'm hearing real estate agents saying this.
They need to educate themselves on what's going on the market.
Beyond educate. I mean, honestly, beyond educate. If you're sitting there and saying, well, we're going to just ride this out until it ends, or, you know, it's coming, so take advantage of it while you can. Where's your data? Where is your data? So, buyers still outweigh sellers. Home prices are forecasted to continue to climb in 2022, just at a slower, more moderated pace. Or Nancy, at what kind of pace? A normalized?
Oh, we're moving towards a normalized market?
A normalized market. So yeah, it's amazing to me that people are still thinking there's going to be some kind of market collapse. Yes, there probably is going to be a stock market adjustment. You're probably going to see a 20% pullback. I think it's going to be a 20% pullback in the stock market next year. I mean, just looking at it, but I don't think it's going to be all one day. I think you're going to see it little bit.
20%. It'll be interesting, but I don't see 20%.
You don't see a pullback on the stock market?
I see a pullback, but I don't see it 20%.
20% is technically the bear market when you hit 20%.
I don't see
From my minor understanding of stocks, I'm going to stay on the real estate side of the fence. All right, so Brad Hunter of Hunter Housing Economics explains the recent unstable rate of home price appreciation will slow sharply. Home prices will not decline, but they will simply rise at a more suitable pace. Hello, that's what we've been saying.
This is what we've been saying all along, is that we can't sustain the double-digit growth.
No.
No way. We're not going to sustain that. However, there's still supply and demand.
Exactly.
It's still, buyers are out there. They want to buy.
And here's the reason why it's going to slow down. But I still think we're going to have 7 to 8% next year. It won't be 10. It won't be 15. But I won't be 18 that you're going to look at Gillette numbers. But it's going to be 7 to 8%, I think. We might hit 9 or 10 in our market, but overall nationally.
5 to 8% maybe.
Nationally or our market?
Nationally.
What do you think our market is?
Oh, our market, but we recovered more slowly.
We always do.
So I would say we could probably hit that 8 to 10% in our market.
We could, yeah. So you're in the same boat as I am. I'm about 5 to 6 nationally. I'm 7 to 9. I'm not 100% sure on the 10. Could, but I'm more 7 to 9. Roberto, where do you think?
I was thinking 7%.
7% locally?
Yeah, locally.
Locally. What do you think nationally?
Probably around like 5 to 10.
5 to 10. Well, that's a big window. I'll give you a 2% window. Pick it.
8 to 10.
8 to 10. All right. You think 8 to 10 nationally? Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see what happens. So, Daniel Hale from Realtor.com. Price growth is expected to move back toward a normal range, but this is on top of recent high prices. So prices will still hit new highs. The pace of the price growth is slowing notably. And that is the problem. Instead of us seeing a 15% gain, you're going to see a 7% gain. And keep in mind, historically, it's like 3 to 4%. Yeah. But so because we're going to a 7% gain, you've got individuals out there thinking, oh my goodness, the sky is falling, the boom is coming, the collapse. There's no collapse coming.
Yeah, it's just...
It is a simple aspect of supply and demand. Demand is extremely high. Supply is extremely low. Because we see rising interest rates, it's going to curve demand down slightly, but you are not going to see a major fall off on the demand side.
Oh, I don't see it.
May see an increase on demand on the short term in 3 to 6 months as you see a major rush into the marketplace because people don't want to get stuck with a high interest rate.
Yeah, I agree.
So we could be...
the feds are talking about their first increase in March. So I see the next 3 months as being very busy.
Well...
I also heard that as well.
But more importantly, the Fed, as Roberto Delgado from Guaranteed Rate came on the show and reported, we broke the news, and later on that day they started talking about it. Actually, a couple of days later is when I finally saw it on some of the business channels. Oh, the Fed stopped using the word taper. The Fed stopped using the word taper, or transitory. I'm sorry, they stopped using the word transitory. So on the inflation side, the inflation's getting so high that the Fed has already stopped and started tapering their bond buying process. So they're not putting money into the bond market. See, they were artificially keeping that interest rate low by buying those bonds. The natural market did not create a 3.1 to 3.6% interest rate. The federal government has manipulated that and done that. So as they start manipulating, stop buying those bonds, which they've already laid out their plan and time frame on doing that.
Yep.
You're going to see rates start to trend up. All right, let's look at some Joliet numbers here. I have both because I want to do some comparing and contrasting. So these are the latest numbers as of December 14th, coming out of MRED and for Joliet, Illinois. So median sales price month over month is $215, up 10.3%. But look at the trailing 12 months.
Yeah.
We are up 18.2% in the trailing 12 months.
That's crazy.
Average sales price is 12.1%. All right? Our average sales price is up 17.4% in the last 12 months. So that's really where your year-over-year gain is.
Yeah.
It's not month over month. You're looking at year gain is that trailing 12 months. Now, when you look at last month's numbers, we went up in price gain. So October, you had a 6.8%, all right, increase.
Yeah.
10.3% for November. So if you're comparing it from the last month to this month, a huge jump. Now, the actual price came down. So if you look at the price in October, average median sales price was $224,750. Little tongue-tied today. But this month it was $215. So you are month from month, we did see the price go down. But on the average 12, in October, the median sales price was $220,950. In November, the median sales price is now $224,500. So we're trending up in my view.
Yeah. I don't see it going. I mean, if you look at the month to month and you look at annually how prices naturally just vacillate, I see nothing abnormal about what's going on in that respect.
Now, here's where your advantage is. And if you're looking to buy a house, right now is the time to do it. You want the best deal. It is in November, December, January, and February. Hands down, you're going to get your best deal on a house if you are a buyer right now. And this is the reason why. In November, percentage of a list price received was 97.7%.
Yeah.
Down 0.4% from last November, where it was at 98.1. In this November, people started making deals. Sellers were willing to negotiate. Now, in the trailing 12 months, you're 100.2% of original ask, up 3.2%. So yes, people are still getting full priced offers. People are still getting multiple offers. But there are some key opportunities, if you can identify them, to get into this market. Last month in October, it was still 99.6% of list. So I think watching that percentage of list price is going month over month is going to tell us, okay, were people negotiating last month or not?
Yeah, and I think it's normal to be negotiating, and here again, seasonally, that's the case. People are more willing to negotiate during the holidays.
I agree. I completely agree. They are going to be looking to negotiate. As we, just look at moving forward in the next couple months. But if you wait till March, I think there's a high chance you're going to be multiple offers, and could be fighting over a property. You could be that client where we've made 6 offers and we've gotten beat out in every house. It is a huge possibility.
Yeah. I see it being a lot like it was last summer. Not maybe quite as crazy, but I see this year being very aggressive.
I think this winter is going to be somewhat aggressive too.
Yeah, I mean, I feel right now there's opportunity, like to negotiate. I see more houses staying longer in the market, and I see prices go down. So I mean, I believe there's right now is the best time, to make that purchase. If you're thinking of buying, this is the best time to do it.
Yeah, I think if you're thinking of buying, it is the best time to do it. So speaking of, if we're going to flow through our little commercial break because we got a late start, but if you are looking at buying a house, give Nancy a call. Nancy, what's the best number to reach you at?
815-545-1162.
45. Say it one more time.
815-545-1162.
Wonderful. And Roberto, if they want to reach you, what's the best number to reach you at?
815-995-5433. In Spanish, it's 815-995-5433.
So there are some perks for 20% down, and we talk about all the time on the show. You don't need 20% down to buy a house. This is not what I'm saying right now. I wanted to bring this up. I wanted to bring up what are the advantages if you do have 20% down.
There are advantages.
There are advantages, but right now in this market, and I usually believe it is better to get into a house as soon as possible, especially if you're paying rent, than trying to save up to get to that 20% down payment.
Yeah.
Because if it's going to take you 2 years, I mean, we're looking at an average of $50,000, $56,000 of equity gained by the average homeowner this year. So if think about it, that's what you lost this year if you would have just bought in January.
Yes.
At an FHA product of 3.5% down, or maybe a conventional product 3% down. There's VA loans that are 100% down. If you qualify for that. There's USDA loans that are also 100%. Those are 100% loans for rural areas that you can look at. So there's options out there depending on where and what you want to buy. So, all right. So first advantage of a 20% down loan, Nancy, what's the first advantage?
Your interest rate may be lower.
That's right.
20% down payment versus a 3 to 5% down payment shows your lender you're more financially stable and not a large credit risk. The more confident your lender is in your credit score and your ability to pay your loan, the lower the mortgage interest rate will be.
Makes sense. If I'm going to give you $100,000 and they go, no, wait, I'll give you $20,000 as collateral for my $80,000. All right, well, for that I'm only going to knock off a quarter or a half a point.
Yeah.
On my interest rate. That's just I think that's kind of common sense. Number 2, what's the second reason, Roberto?
You end up paying less for your home. The larger your down payments, the smaller the loan amounts will be in your mortgage. So if you're able to pay 20% of the cost of your new home at the start, at the transaction, you only pay the interest on the remaining 80%. If you put down 5%, the additional 15% will be added to your loan and occur interest over time. This would end up costing you more over the lifetime of the home loan.
It's simple compounding interest. And at the same time, this is what I'm going to remind everybody. Make one extra house payment a year.
Yes.
You'll knock off better than 7 years off your mortgage. One extra house payment.
Huge difference.
Huge. Even if you're a 15-year mortgage or a 10, make one extra house payment a year. It is so powerful. So I saw I have to admit, I was wrong. Nancy's face just dropped.
Wait, what?
So we talk about would you rather have $1 million or the magical penny? And the magical penny doubles every day for 30 days.
Magical penny.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I always said it's like 2.3 million. I saw one of those reels on Instagram talking about it,
Yeah.
and I had to recheck their math, and I was wrong. It's like over $5 million.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the magical penny really makes a big difference now. Before it's like, oh, all right, well, I only lost $1 million. Wait, now I lost $4 million. Hold on a second, I want the magical penny. So yeah, I mean, but it's just compounding interest. Make that extra house payment a year. All right, so number 3, your offer will stand out in a competitive market, and this is absolutely sure. If you have more skin in the game, they're going to take you more seriously. If I have offer A at 3%, I have offer B at 3.5% FHA loan, and I have you as offer C at a 20% down conventional loan. All right, well, I have to take in mind for my sellers need to realize, okay, the FHA loan has a health and safety component to the appraisal. So there may be some repair requirements made by that appraiser.
Yes.
And then while the 3% down loan is conventional, all conventional loans still have a minor health and safety component, but not as taxing as FHA, I think would be the right way to say that. Strict.
Not as strict.
Not as strict. A couple differences between FHA and conventional. You can do I can do a cracked window on a conventional, or torn screen on a conventional. You know, they don't concern themselves about the insulation and the attic depth on conventional.
Yeah.
First pipe, I mean, I think that's usually both could flag that. Conventional may let it go depending on. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it just all depends.
Yeah. It definitely depends. And like the burst pipe thing, it depends on where and to what extent.
To an extent, yeah.
Yeah.
If I had one where the one bathroom was non-operational, but there was another functioning bathroom, that passed conventional. So that, I mean, that's just something to look at.
Yeah, what I see with FHA, it's like the house has to be like move-in ready. It has to be in, pretty good condition.
Pretty good condition, yeah.
Compared to a conventional.
Well, an FHA concept is they want you to move into the house and not have to do anything for the first 5 years. Yeah. It is that's kind of that because the first 5 years of home ownership can be very dangerous. First 6 months is the most dangerous. But that first 5 years, furnace breaks, something goes down, you can get yourself caught up into a rabbit snowball because you don't have necessarily that much equity in a property. Now, make that extra payment a year, and you're going to help build that equity in case you get into that rabbit snowball. Oh my God, we have to fix the roof. The roof's got a leak. What are we going to do? Refinance, pull the money out of the house itself, and have the house pay for its own roof.
Yeah.
If you have to. It's not the best way to do it, but if you have to do it. So, number 4 is my favorite. Who wants to take number 4?
I'll take number 4.
What do you got?
You won't have to pay private mortgage insurance, or better known as PMI. For homeowners who put less than 20% down, private mortgage insurance, or PMI, is an added insurance policy for homeowners that protects the lender if you are unable to pay your mortgage. It is not the same thing as homeowners insurance. It's a monthly fee, which is rolled into your mortgage payment. It basically protects the lender if you default on the loan. So once you've hit that 20% equity in your home, you can cancel your PMI, and then that expense is removed from your monthly payment.
Not in all cases. Some FHA loans now, you have to refi to get out. So you need to make sure before you sign your loan, and I would tell you this on conventional or on FHA.
Yeah.
How do I remove my mortgage insurance?
Yeah, just to verify.
Yep.
Well,
do I have to refinance it, or can I just call up and have it removed?
Yeah. Case in point, I had a client who she purchased last year. And yes, she did put down not 3.5%, but a little bit more because she sold. So she refied. She checked equity, and she had enough between with gaining equity this year.
Yeah.
She dropped her PMI in 1 year.
This has probably saved her, what, 100, 150
Couple
bucks?
$100.
Yeah, because she probably dropped to a better interest rate,
Yes.
too.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a huge benefit if you can put the 20% down. I mean, it really does make a big benefit. So I'm going to jump over here. And I wanted to talk about our newer listing at 25420 West Rocky Creek in Plainfield. This is in the Creekside Crossing subdivision. So this is a wonderful 2-story home, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bath. This is the Santa Rosa model with an F elevation. It has a 3-car garage, 2.5 bath. A study, the loft area. I mean, this is a pretty amazing property. Quartz countertops are included, of course. Hardwood floors. You know, I like this. The feature I love about this model is where the staircase is located. It's in the center of the house.
Which is nice.
It's not one of those you walk in and there's stairs right there. The stairs are right there. And I don't know. There's a couple of reasons it bugs me. Safety is one of them. And then the other is just not all staircases where they're right by the door are set up for like a grand elegance entrance style. Now, I've seen Nancy's at her house. Her house staircase gives you a very elegant because it comes down and it opens up on the lower stairs.
Well, it comes down and turns.
It turns.
It turns.
And then, but those stairs, those last couple steps are wider.
Yes.
So it gives you that kind of open feeling entrance elegance.
Yeah, it's not as boxy like a hallway.
Okay.
Yes.
kind
Some of them are
stairs.
very, very boxy. So
Yeah.
the other one, guess what? The other one, and we were just talking about this market's moving in the winter. The other property in Creekside Crossing on Rocky Creek is under contract already.
Nice.
So, folks, if you're interested, give me a call, 815-823-5478. Again, 815-823-5478. All right, after the break, I want to hit marking the housing forecasts for the 2022 market. Keep it here with Get Real with Eddie. Welcome back to Get Real with Eddie. Hey, if you've got questions, once again, on buying or selling a house, give me a call at 815-823-5478. And don't forget, you can check out all of the, most of the articles we handle here on the show. We usually throw up at the website, getrealwitheddie.com, and there's additional information there. I need to redo that site. I got to figure out what I want to do with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking on some big things for the show next year. I want to try to get these up online a lot more so people that can't watch during the day, that are at work and stuff, can watch later on. Because, I'm hysterically funny. Who cannot watch
See,
me?
I'm laughing already.
I'm just, you cannot pass up this kind of humor. So, all right, with that being said, 2022 housing market forecasts. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, I got a prediction. The market's not going to crash. See, I told you I'm hysterically funny. All right. Mortgage rate projected to rise. Mortgage rates are projected to rise in 2022, yet still remain historically low. So you still have a chance to get a good deal. Fannie Mae, 3.3. Freddie Mac, 3.5. I like Freddie Mac. MBA, 4.0. NAR, 3.5.
I'm digging Fannie Mae. Just
Where do you think it's going to be by the end of next year?
by the end of next
December.
year. By the end of next year.
We need a pen and paper to write these down again.
Yeah, we should.
Not that I'm going to forget. I mean,
Oh,
honestly.
you'll forget.
No.
Conveniently.
No. So, look at that.
Oh, here we go.
All right.
My prediction for the mortgage rates for the end of 2022, I'm going. It's going to raise. They're going to raise it at least 3 times. So I'm going to go to 3.7.
3.7. Roberto, where are you at for rates next year?
3.6.
3.6.
Yeah.
I'm with Nancy. I'm 3.7 next year. By December, it's going to be 3.7. So honestly, if you really want to buy a house, buy it now. All right. Historically, over the decades, we're extremely low. So I just want to touch on this. The 70s, 8.86. 80s, 12.7. 12.7. I just want that to set in.
Yeah, that was crazy.
The 90s, 8.12. 2000s, 6.29. 2010, 4.09. And in 2022, 3.5.
Yeah.
Is what they've got on the chart. I think it's going to be 3.7. But we're all pretty much right there. All right, home price forecast appreciation. Okay. Fannie Mae, 7.4. Freddie Mac, 7. MBA, 5.1. HEAPS, HPES. I don't know that one. I think we talked about that once before this year.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, HEAPS. I just like saying HEAPS.
Heaps.
5.1. Zellman is 3.0. And NAR's at 2.8.
Yeah. See, and I'm still riding that 5.
Lawrence, I want to know why Lawrence is so down.
Conservative? That
Yes.
would be really interesting to go see.
I saw him before the whole COVID stuff hit. And he said he'd come on the show.
There you go.
No.
Now I got to go back and trying to get him all, and yeah, that's been a challenge. So, working on this, we're going to have to get him on because I want to know 2.8%. Why does he think it's going to be 2.8%? All right. How much appreciation do you think we're going to have? Nancy?
Like I said, the increase. I said about 5%.
You're going
I'm gonna
5.
hold at 5%.
All right. This is locally or nationally?
Nationally.
All right. We're going national. So this is all national.
I think we'll go up around 7% or 8%. I said 7 to 9. Didn't I just say 7 to 9?
Yeah.
Locally, because
Yeah.
I feel like we were a little bit low to begin with. So I think we might still get a little bit bigger hit.
Nationally. No range. You got to pick a number. Nancy's picking 5 nationally. Where are you at?
Nationally, Jesus, I just had it. What did I say? Did I say 7? Or
I think you did.
I think I just said 7.
You're saying 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
I'm
stick
gonna
with
go.
it.
I'm gonna split the difference. I'm going 6.
Yeah,
All right.
I think 6 is gonna be our appreciation. Just because I'm watching California, I'm watching Arizona. I think those are extremely overheated markets. Those could be looking at seeing a correction, and that's where you're going to see a lot of the media attention go to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the market, the sky is falling, and all this other stuff. But it's not. It's just in those markets. I don't think Florida is one of those markets. While Florida is up just as high as those markets, I think Florida is being driven by a huge amount of demand.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I don't see that happening to Florida. I don't see it happening to Texas, but I don't think Texas's market is up as high as those other 3 markets.
Well, it was for a while because a lot of the tech industry
Elon.
during COVID, they were moving,
Yeah, and-
relocating to like Austin area,
Yep.
that
Yep.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
People were relocating into Idaho.
Tesla's building now in Texas. You got the governor Abbott. He wants to be making the chips that we can't get from overseas.
Yeah.
He wants to be making them in Texas. I think you're going to see Texas coming out as a tech center moving forward. It's going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
So, all right. Home sale projected to be strong. Home sale forecast. So, Fannie Mae 21 forecast was 6.8. Next year they're looking at 6.5. These are million for the year. So Freddie Mac was 6.8 last year, 6.8 this year. NAR was 6.8 last year, 6.8 million this year. MBA 6.9 last year, 7.3 million units predicted by MBA. So
considering the shortage of units, I don't know if we can.
we don't really talk about the number of units sold on a yearly basis. That's kind of more of a stock market thing in my view. Last year, I think I heard the number was 6.3 was the actual number that we sold last year. And I think we're on pace to hit 6.5 this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, historically, we sold around 5.5, I think is the average. What you got to pick a number.
I don't see it going more than.
What's your number,
6.5.
Roberto?
6.
You got 6 mil.
Yeah.
All right. Are you going 6.5, Nancy?
Yeah, I'm going 6.5. I don't see it hitting 7.
All right. I'm gonna go 7.
Gotta have the units to sell.
But remember, we've had the units to sell. That's not been the inventory problem. The inventory problem, we're up 20% in sales. We have the units to sell this year. What the problem's been is there's too many buyers in the market. They're just sucking up the inventory the second it came on.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I do think we're going to have...
You think we're going to go to 7?
I think it's going to hit 7. I think we're going to sell 7 million houses nationally next year, which is going to be a crazy year. I really think that first half of next year is going to be like the summer of this year. You're
Should
going
be
to.
very. I'm thinking yes for a lot of reasons. That's going to be true.
There's still a lot of people with cash in their pocket, and it's really working to their advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. With the shutdowns and the stuff, people are still saving more money than they're spending because they're not going to dinner still, they're not going to the movies still, and that's making a big, huge difference.
I think the change in types of housing demand, I think, is also a big play, and the people that got beat out on those 6 offers and didn't get a house are still on the market looking. I think there's a lot of things going on in there.
And that was one of our problems, I think, before COVID. The house that was available wasn't the house people wanted to buy because they were looking for this modern kind of open floor plan with no yard because, well, I go to the park and I don't need this and I don't need that.
They were downsizing a lot, too.
Yeah, it was, and then when COVID hit, it flipped that script and we started looking at, oh, no, that is what we want because it was the typical house. And so everybody started going back towards that house. So, all right, that does it for everything here at Get Real with Eddie. Don't forget, check us out online with GetRealWithEddie.com.
Happy New Year.
Thanks for listening to Get Real with Eddie. Eddie Ruettiger is a realtor at Baird Warner in Plainfield, license number 475141896. Managing broker Steve Engel. For more information on your neighborhood, call Eddie at 815-823-5478 or visit yourdwellings.com.